You need to stop using your NSFAS money on betting. May this video find the right person. And I'm going to say it again. You need to stop using your NSFAS money on gambling. Now you see, I saw this article from the Daily Maverick, and it really got me asking some serious questions. Do people actually understand how these betting platforms make money? Here's the first statistic. Studies show that 95% of gamblers lose. 95% of gamblers lose. That means that if you want to take gambling as a serious profession, right, you would have to be in the very minuscule 5% of individuals that actually win. Now, let me show you why. I'm going to show you why only 5% actually win within gambling. It's because the platform already builds what is called a house margin into the odds. For example, a fair bet would be you have 100 Rand, right? And then if you win, you get that 100 Rand back, and it's now 200 Rand. So you double the amount of money that you'd have made. That's a fair bet. They pay you 200 Rand. But the platform pays something like 190 Rand instead. The small difference is how the platform makes money. Now, when you multiply that across thousands of bets every day, right? When you multiply that across multiple days, the platform slowly collects the difference. Remember, just to put into context, you would have lost 10 Rand on your first bet. But if you multiply that by 100 times that you're gonna bet, then you'd have lost over 1,000 Rand in just betting, which is crazy. Then the apps are designed to keep you playing. You lose 50 Rand today, you lose 100 Rand tomorrow, you lose 200 Rand on the weekend. It doesn't feel like much. Then you get 4 games out of 5 on an accumulator, right? You know, when there's a big sports like usually on a boxing day, the Premier League has this boxing day where there's so many games that are being played, and then you now want to bet maybe 4 games. Then you manage to predict 4 games out of 5. That gives you the illusion that you are almost there, but mathematically close is still losing. And while players are chasing the big win, right? When players are chasing the big win, they're putting all their money on certain results. The platform is collecting a cut from the bet always. Every single bet that you do, already these platforms are taking a cut. Remember what I said, right? Usually a fair bet would be you are risking 100 Rand and they are also risking 100 Rand. But no, they almost always are guaranteed that they're going to get 10 Rand off a bet. And this is just an example, because usually what they usually do is that it's about 5 to 10% of every bet that everyone makes. That's the standard of these betting companies, that they take about 5 to 10% of every bet that you make. So essentially they're always making money, whilst you are always risking losing all of your money, right? So you're taking your NSFAS money, like a lot of you are now taking your NSFAS money, money that was meant for textbooks, money that was meant to finish your degree, and now you're putting it into a platform that was designed for you to lose. You've got a higher chance of finding a job in this current state of the economy, which I know it sounds dire. It's dire. The plight of it gets you quite nervy, but you've got a higher chance of doing that, getting a job in this economy, than achieving success in betting. I promise you that. Statistically speaking, your education has better odds than a betting slip. So make a smarter bet. Make a smarter bet. Buy textbooks, man. Pass the course. Graduate. Stop gambling, okay? Stop gambling your NSFAS money. Listen, I honestly tell people to stop gambling totally, right? But especially for students, right? When you're an adult and you've got your job, to each his own. If you want to gamble, it's cool. But God God damn it! If you a student, man, stop using your NSFAS money on gambling. Okay.